Hello, welcome to this Yin yoga practice. Today you'll need a block and a bolster. If you don't have a block, then a couple of books stacked could be good. And if you don't have a bolster, then grab a pillow off your bed. Go ahead and grab those now, and your mat, and perhaps a blanket to lay down on top of your mat. Let's get started. Come onto your backs, nice and gently. Keep the knees bent, take the soles of the feet onto the floor. And let's just place the hands onto the belly here as we start to connect with our breath. Take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and let them go out through the mouth. As you breathe in, noticing your belly expand, and as you breathe out, noticing that softening of the belly. Just giving yourself a couple of moments here just to check in with the body. Notice how you're feeling through that breath. And just notice what kind of thoughts are going on in the mind. Just with each breath out, try to let go of any of those thoughts. It's really trying to focus here on the breath. As we begin to close down the mouth and take the breath in and out through the nose. Extending the breath, making it a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. And then reaching for your block, we're gently going to press into the feet to lift the hips up, and taking the block on that medium level, just placing it underneath the sacrum here, just above the bum, in between the bum and the lower back. If you feel like this is a little bit too much for you, then you could lower the block onto its lower edge. Just have a play around here, see how you feel, find that position that's comfortable for you. You can keep the arms down by the sides, maybe turn the palms up towards the ceiling just to feel that little bit of openness in your chest. Just again, check in with the breath, check in with the body. And then keeping the right leg where it is, we're going to lift the left knee up so that we can place the left ankle just above the right knee. Drawing that left knee down towards the mat. You could use your left hand here on the inside of the left thigh if you wish, if you want to feel that little bit extra stretch. But you can leave the left hand out if you prefer. Once you've found that position that feels comfortable, start to close down the eyes. Go inward and focus on that length of the breath. Focus on expanding the belly and softening the belly as you breathe out. Whenever you feel your mind beginning to wander or think about something else, just take it back into your breath. Just giving ourselves another 2 breaths here. Gently release the left leg. Take the arm down by the side and then straighten out your left leg. Keep the right knee bent. Let the left leg relax onto your mat. A nice openness here down this left side. Just taking another 2 breaths here. When you're ready to come out of the pose, very slowly bending back into this left knee. We're going to go straight into the right side. So left knee is bent, sole of the foot on your mats. And then we're going to lift the right knee up and just place this right ankle above the left knee, pointing your right knee towards the mat. Maybe using the right hand here on the inside of the thigh. Checking in with how you feel in the body, just noticing what you feel in the body. Noticing that length of your breath once again. Check in, see if you can lengthen that breath now. With every breath in, allowing your belly to expand. And then softening the belly with each breath out. Just focusing on this breath, focusing on this moment, letting the body do its thing here in this pose. Just taking a couple more breaths here. And then like we did on the other side, just releasing the right leg and letting it come down the length of the mat. Place the right arm down by the side and just notice what you feel here on this side. Make any little movements that you need and then find that stillness. Find that focus on the breath. Let's give ourselves another couple of breaths here. Slowly and gently bending back into the right knee, taking the sole of the foot onto the mat. Pressing into both feet so that you can lift the hips up comfortably, and then just taking that block, taking it over to the side, letting the lower back come down on the mat. Sometimes when we come out of these poses, we might feel like we're 100 years old, but it's just part of the process. So let's take the feet out wide, take the arms in this nice T position. And then just very gently moving the knees from one side, back to center, over to the other side, back to center. Let's do one more to each side. And then once you draw those knees back into the center, just bring them into the chest. Keep the knees wide and take a couple of rocks here on the lower back, just rocking gently from one side to the other. And then come on over onto your preferred side. Nice and gently bring yourself up into a seat. And then we're going to come over onto the bellies. So this is where we'll need that bolster. Just take the bolster across your mat, moving into a Sphinx pose. So you might already be familiar with the Sphinx pose. You don't have to use the bolster if you're used to the pose and you don't like the bolster in it. If you are using the bolster, then just take the elbows in front. Place the palms onto your mat or onto the floor. Or you might place that block underneath the forehead if you prefer to have the forehead rested here. Let's wiggle out the hips just from side to side, and then just let the hips and the glutes relax here. Let the legs just relax out long behind you. Again, maybe close down the eyes if it feels good. Let yourself focus on letting go, letting the body become softer and heavier, supported by the bolster, supported by the earth. Focusing on that breath, and just notice now as you breathe in, there's a little bit of constriction with the belly against the floor, against the mats. And just use that, really breathe deep and really expand the belly, strengthening up the diaphragm. And then as you exhale and you soften, letting go, becoming a little bit deeper, a little bit softer. If you do have the eyes closed, it's nice to set that gaze down the nose tip. Just taking another couple of breaths here. Just reminding yourself that whenever you want to come out of these poses, moving nice and slowly. So to come out of this one, let's gently come back up onto our hands and knees, taking our time, and then taking the bolster out long as we come into a child's pose. So just take the knees out wide and then come on down onto the bolster. Maybe turn the head to one side. I'll keep an eye on the time and then we'll turn the head to the opposite side just to make sure that we even out the sides of the neck. But once again, just close down the eyes here if it feels good. Set that gaze down the nose tip. So we've got that focus with the eyes. We've got that focus with the breath. Just checking that our mind is focusing that attention on the breath. Doing our best to not let the mind wander. Slowly turn the head back to center and then take it over to the opposite side. And then let's bring the head back to center. Come on up into a kneeling position. And we're just going to take that bolster, take it behind the sit bones. Sit up on the bolster just a little bit and kind of sit up and then slide down the bolster. So we've got that little pelvic tilt here. Just keeps us nice and high on our sit bones. And then very gently, we're going to fold over the legs. Just softly here, you can let the legs relax. You can let the feet relax. Maybe take the backs of the hands onto the floor here. Some of you might comfortably reach around for the feet. It's up to you. We just want to be nice and relaxed wherever we go. So up to you. You could take the hands, backs of the hands on the mat beside you. You could reach for the feet or maybe the ankles, and then just start to tuck the chin in towards the chest, coming forward over the legs. Finding that position, making any little adjustments, taking any little movements that you need. Focusing on your breath. Breathing deep in through the nose. Exhaling fully out through the nose. Let's take another couple of breaths here. Very slowly, when you're ready, lifting the head, coming back up into your seat. Just sliding down off the bolster, pushing it behind or over to the side. Coming back down onto the back. Nice and slowly, take your time. Let's open those arms out wide. Once again, just out in line with the shoulders, backs of the hands on the floor. We're going to let the knees come down to the right side, coming to this little twist here, taking knees to the right, turning the head, either keeping the head up towards the ceiling or turning the head over towards the left, looking down towards the left fingertips. And once again, just finding your pose here, seeing what the body needs, checking in. Once you've found that position, closing down the eyes, focusing on the breath. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Take another couple of breaths here. Nice and slowly, maybe using that breath in to bring the head and bring the knees back through center. Just readjusting, finding that center. And then taking it to the opposite side, taking the knees to the left, turning the head either looking up towards the ceiling or turning the head all the way over to that right side. Making any little adjustments, taking any movements that you need to feel nice and comfortable in the pose. Closing down the eyes, focusing on your breath. Let's give ourselves another 2 breaths here. Then using that breath in to bring the knees and the head back to center. Let's take the hands onto the belly, let the knees rest in against one another as the feet come a little bit wider. Just letting everything be heavy here on the mat. Let's take a big breath in through the nose and let it go out through the mouth. As we draw the knees into the chest, we're going to move in towards a happy baby. So take the hands in between the knees and take hold here of the front of the shins or maybe the outsides of the feet. And then with the knees bent, let the soles of the feet look up towards the ceiling. Draw the knees down towards the armpits or the outsides of the shoulders. See if you can keep the lower back on the mat. Again, just find that position that feels comfortable. Close down the eyes and start to take those nice deep breaths, pressing the belly into the thighs. Exhaling fully, softening the belly. Let's take another couple of breaths here. Very slowly and gently releasing the feet, releasing the legs back down onto the mat. Keep the knees bent. Take the knees, as we did earlier, just from side to side, maybe opening those arms out in line with the shoulders. Come on over onto your preferred side and make your way back up into that seat. And then find your nearest wall. For the next pose, we're going to take our legs up the wall. Just get nice and close to the wall and then let the legs come up. Let the spine rest down on the mat. It's up to you if you have a little bit of space between the legs or if you like them a little bit closer together. Let's take the arms just up over the head, but bend at the elbows, little cactus arms here. So elbows just out in line with the shoulders and then backs of the hands on the mat, on the floor. Once again, close down the eyes. Focus on your breath.
And then just reaching the arms up over the head, taking a nice full body stretch here, taking some circles with the ankles. Some nice big breaths in and out. Then just bend into the knees and come on over onto your side. Gently lifting up into a kneeling position. Notice how you're feeling at the end of your practice. Notice how you feel in the body, in the breath, and notice how you feel in the mind. Let's take the hands together at the heart center and a gentle bow towards one another. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this yin practice. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you. Bye.